Alright, this is a pretty interesting story. Am I the asshole for putting my coworker in the hospital and almost killing her? So what exactly went down to the point that she almost killed a coworker? Let's find out if she is the asshole or not. Alright, so for the past 3 months, someone at my job has been stealing my food consistently that I bring from home. So that I don't so to the point I had to use the snap machine or walk across the McDonald's like the majority of my coworkers to get lunch. So she kind of break it down into the kind of like a timeline around July. In the first month, I noticed someone had been gradually taking some of my food. One out of the 3 slices of pizza are gone. 20% of my soup are gone. Cheeto bags completely gone. Didn't think much of it and simply decided to now attach a please don't touch paper sign on my stuff. Usually, I don't know if that really works because attaching a paper like a sticky note doesn't really do much because that person is apparently stealing it consistently. How does a sticky note kind of stop that person from stealing, right? So around August, 1 month later, in the second month, at the start of the month, my food became untouched, but progressively went back to the usual. So the sticky note did kind of did a little bit of like help, but that coworker still decided to continue steal the food. And at the beginning of the third month, I asked coworker if they had taken or knew who was taking my food, and no one had a clue, which is kind of believable as most of us take our lunches separately. I decided to eat McDonald's or go to 7-Eleven and stop bringing food, but then it started fucking with my financial stability. 10 days a paycheck, 14-day paycheck, consistently buying food. Yeah, I agree. Buying food and getting like going out to eat is very expensive because you get like a combo for McDonald's $10. If you cook at home, it's $2. I did the math, so I cook at home a lot and I only eat out on the weekends because it is ridiculously expensive. Even though like depends on where you live. There's a lot of fast food places that introduce like $5 meal deals, but still you get tired of eating that, so you want to eat the premium combo meals, right? So it does get pretty expensive. So I decided to take matters into my own hand. Last week, my friend told me about an Instagram reel that she saw where a girl put laxative into her own food to see who was the culprit, and that's exactly what I did today. What I wasn't expecting was for the girl late 20s to have an allergic reaction to an ingredient and end up going to the hospital. After work of us, after work, all of us went to visit her in the hospital. Yeah, that's kind of risky because technically you can get a lawsuit if the person find out that you put the food and you poison her, right? It's pretty dangerous. So hopefully she doesn't admit it, right? Let's see what happened to the story. Where we all talk about what happened in admitting to putting laxative into my own food. So she just technically admitted right there that she admitted she did put laxative into the food. 6 of 8 coworkers, all girls, were disgusted by my accent and were on her side. One girl was whenever it about it, and the last guy said he shouldn't have been touching my food to begin with. I told the girl that I hope she get better and went home, but I didn't apologize for what I did, and I am not going to. All right, so she kind of admitted to the coworker, and 6 out of 8 of them think that she did it totally wrong. But you like were stealing food in the first place, right? If this could have never happened, if you just kind of never stole food, what I would have done is on the sticky note, this food contained laxative. Eat at your own risk, right? Put that sticky note on there. If she decide to eat it, it's her own fault, right? That sticky note will be a lot more effective than please don't touch. Do you guys think so? That's kind of my way of doing it, right? So she did provide an update on that. So let's continue reading the story. Today, day off, I received a phone call from our supervisor, who I spoke to about my issue between after the first month and told me she can't help me there because she is not our mom. and essentially told me I had to apologize to her or else I wouldn't be able to come back to work until I do. And I'm assuming if I take too many days, I'll be fired for not coming back to work. So the supervisor is actually on the other side of the girl. Mm. I think it's kind of messed up because the supervisor get onto her for like stealing food. That's what started the whole thing. If she never stole any of her food, she would have like been totally fine, you know. Update number one: just received a text from my supervisor telling me the coworker doesn't need to apologize, and it's up to her discretion if she chooses to apologize or not for stealing my food. All right, so the coworker does not want an apology, right? She just think that okay, she might be feel bad that she was stealing the food and stuff, and she was like, man, I don't need an apology, and yeah. And now, let's read the last update. Monday morning, I'll be talking to my lawyer to sue the wife and rest of the six women for emotional distress and lying, as it seems none of this was my fault to begin with, and I am still not going to apologize for anything. I have been standing my ground since day one. I think I'll do one more update since everyone is clear from the hospital and everything is back to normal. Alright, so apparently she's been getting a lot of stress from all the coworkers that is against her because she kind of poisoned her. I don't know like how bad would laxative things do to the like a normal human being, right? Because um it might give you a stomach cramp at worst, but it kind of put her to a hospital where to the point where she almost died, right? And she knows that stealing food is not right. It's not your food, and the coworker had to like go out to 7-Eleven or to McDonald's to buy food, which is expensive, and it's costing her a lot of convenience, and I can feel that frustration. So for me, I don't know what about you guys, but for me, I think that C is not the asshole here because if she did like the person that could have stopped stealing the food, this could never happen, right? She did it to herself by stealing that person's food in the refrigerator. That's my opinion. What do you guys think about that? If you have another opinion, leave it in the comment section below. But yeah, my name is Calvin, and I see you guys next video.